Hello everybody, Alex, also known as Solinus Dracone here. Today we're going to start off with Shovel Knight. This is actually my second attempt recording. After disassembling my computer last night to investigate an overheating issue, I put everything back in its place, but Windows still had trouble grabbing all the drivers, and so my first attempt in Audacity, it just didn't capture any of my voice. Now it is, so we should be good. Let's start the game. New adventure, and we're just going to name it the usual. Solinus. There we go. And we're just going to begin this game as we mean to do it. Long ago, the lands were untamed and roamed by legendary adventurers. Of all heroes, none shone brighter than Shovel Knight and Shield Knight. But their travels together ended at the Tower of Fate, when a cursed amulet wrought a terrible magic. When Shovel Knight awoke, the tower was sealed and Shield Knight was gone. His spirit broken, a grieving Shovel Knight went into a life of solitude. But without champions, the land was seized by a vile power, the Enchantress and her order of no quarter. Now, the tower is unsealed and devastation looms. A new adventure is about to begin. And here we begin. So this is a sort of quasi-Mega Man style game, I suppose, made in the vein of old 16-bit era stuff. Your main attacks are the shovel, smack, and also the Scrooge McDuck, I like to call it. You can dig up these dirt piles here for some loot. Break random bricks and you get some loot from those. Magic pots, those will become useful later on. This is the sort of game where you don't get necessarily boss weapons, but you do theoretically get a new special weapon in each boss stage. Now, whether that weapon actually helps out with fighting the boss or not is a matter of debate. But, you know, it is good to get all of them if you can. So, we proceed. You can actually attack these save points to create further gems. Not worth it, really. In my opinion, you can just get a lot more money rerunning a stage. And sometimes you are going to need some money. A lot of the health ups and whatnot occur in this game because you have bought them from people like the Gotician and whatnot. God. That was a bit amateur of me. Thank goodness for save points. And when you die, you lose half of the gold you've already gotten, and it kind of floats there waiting for you to come back for it. Whoa, don't make the same mistake twice. The controls are ever so slightly floaty, in a way that means that you're not 100% of the time in control there. The character's got a bit of momentum that it's hard to drop. Like when you let go, you take just a split second to stop moving. Now, I believe that there is an armor later in the game that somewhat mitigates that. This is also a game where you can look for secrets in various parts of the stage. Usually they're pretty darn obvious, like there'll be a block out of place that doesn't look quite right in there, like here. And that part you actually have to do to proceed. Sometimes it won't be so obvious, though. And oftentimes you can really open up hidden paths. Like over here. And here we get one of the musical sheets that you can turn into the Bard for 500 gold a pop, which is not bad at all. These little beetles here, they respawn. Just to note that when you get into the downward stabbing thing and bouncing off of enemies, that will keep going on until you interrupt yourself by doing a swing of the actual shovel itself. Now, as an avid player of 2D games, of course I'm going to break every single brick there is. Not the least of which is because treasures hide in bricks. And there are other ways to more efficiently go about this, of course. You get your health up by random turkeys. There we go. All the riches to be found in this particular room. Now, bear in mind you have to shovel bounce on those bubbles. If you just try to hit them, you will get hurt, and knocked back, and possibly killed. Good old pit deaths. Oop, just missed it. Waiting out these moving contraptions is a bit of a bore. This is just reminiscent of the African Mines stage right here in DuckTales. Maybe I'll start calling this 2D Tuesdays, I don't know. Quite a few of the old arcade style, or not even arcade style, but just Super Nintendo style 2D platformers. Plenty of those I do actually want to play. And because the Plague Knight expansion already exists for this game, and also because there's going to be new expansions coming out shortly, I figured this was a good time to pick this game up. I'll play through the Shovel Knight campaign first, and then I'll be doing Plague Knight afterwards. And I'm very eager to see what the game has in store for us with King Knight, and I think it was also Death Knight? I don't even remember. But later this year we are promised some new content for Shovel Knight, so I am looking forward to that. Sometimes it's not worth it to take on these passing dragons. Sometimes it is. In these stages, you've always got to be looking for opportunities to open up secrets. That looked like it might have been one down there, but it wasn't. Ow. This boss, I find it best just to bounce on his head. Best way to avoid damage. And you gotta be careful, because sometimes loot that comes spewing out of things can go down pits and you'll miss it. This guy right here is hilarious. Remember, if you want to interrupt your bouncy motion, just toss out a swing of the shovel. And slimes have a lovely habit of just hiding in the grasses there. Whenever your view of your character is obscured by scenery, like right here, you are going to want to be careful about there being other enemies within. Funny that you can just smack a lock with your shovel and then it opens up. You're going to want that first little boost of gold when you go into the village, because some of the stuff you buy is going to be very beneficial to your early game. Another wall turkey. And the boss. I knew you'd show your face sooner or later, the cerulean coward. Turn back, Shovel Knight. There's nothing here for you anymore. Stand aside, Black Knight. I've no quarrel with you. I must return to the Tower of Fate. Your time away has dulled your senses, can't you see? This entire valley has been conquered by the Enchantress, and her invincible knights of the Order of No Quarter stand between you and the tower. But none of that matters, because anyone after the Enchantress has to go through me. Steal thy shovel. Oh yeah, it's a boss fight, alright. Actually, believe it or not, aggression tactics tend to work very well against the bosses. Ah, he reflected me. Don't you dare counterattack me, you wanker. Ooh, he's got the moves. Oh yeah, that's right, I can reflect that back on him. Oh, do not fall to the first boss. Do not fall to the first boss. Come on. What are you doing, buddy? God damn it, I fell to the first boss. How do you like that shit? I've got to recover my damn money. That was embarrassing. That's what I get for playing this early. I mean, it is, like, only 1 p.m. my time, but I work late, I wake up late, I oftentimes record late. This is one of my rare daytime recordings because I'm trying to catch up with my missing schedule here. My schedule is all messed up this week. Be aggressive. Smack him repeatedly. Like that. Like I should have done in the first place. Thankfully, all gold recovered. You don't have lives in this game or continues as such. You just lose half of your gold, or at least a good portion of your gold every time you die, and then you just have to go back and get it again. 2 deaths the first episode. This does not bode well. And the after stage dream sequence. Doesn't happen every single stage, but happens often enough. And there's Shield Knight. She's falling. Catch her! There we go. Caught her. But I didn't really. It was too late to catch her. Yep. And to wake up, you just jump. And it's a good idea to put out the fire. Only you can prevent forest fires. So, world map screen a la Mario 3, really, which was the first game I knew to do that. And the village opens up, so let's take a look at the village. Halt! No weapons. We have enough to worry about lately without everyone swinging swords around. Oh, haha, that's no weapon. Just a shovel. You may enter then, and don't forget. Press up to talk to everyone. Yeah, what is this up you speak of? So, as you can see, standard village with standard villagers. And by standard villagers, I mean non-standard villagers, like this gentleman right here. Apparently this is a world where various animal creatures exist. It's an anthro kingdom. Hey, old traveler, I am but a simple bard, but I have a big problem. I've lost all my music sheets. My entire repertoire lays scattered across the land. If you ever find a music sheet, return it to me, and I shall reward you handsomely. Whoa, you have 2 music sheets. Magnificent. Take 500 gold for each, yes. Wonderful. Let's see here. Ooh, you found Strike the Earth. Ah, ostinato trumpet triplets. Is there anything you can't render into pure magic? Now that I have this music sheet, I can perform it for you anytime, just ask. So yes, you bring him music sheets, he will actually play music from various parts of the game. It's very nice. I don't like talking to this weird Dutch lady here. She unsettles me. Here we've got the Gotician. He'll sell you meal tickets, and that lets you turn them into the Gastronomer up here. And for every Gastronomer meal that you consume, you get 1 extra max HP. Very valuable. Ah, decisions. Could I extend my magic or health, or just eat a tin can? Why not buy my meal ticket and help narrow my options? Yes. 1,000 for the first one. And I'll buy a second one, which is 4,500, quite a bit more. And of course you can see the gastronomer dancing here. He's happy that I got that. 2 meal tickets, hand them to me. A glorious feast awaits, you'll see. A lot of characters rhyme in this game. I'll dazzle your palate in no time or less. So bon appetit and pardon the mess. And he just ate a meal ticket. And this is a salad of some kind. And he's given me a second one, which is God knows. So now I'm up to 6 max HP, which is very, very handy. Not gonna talk to these people just yet. They're not really all that useful. However, in here there is a bit of a mini-game. It's Mona. Hello, Mona.
I suppose peaceful solitude is too much to ask for. Well, as long as I'm stranded here. Shall we pass the time with a little game? I'll just need 100 gold first.
Yes.
Alright, I'll conjure up some things and you can hit them toward their targets for points, okay?
And this is exactly what it sounds like. You hit a target. That earns you back some of your gold. Targets up top are definitely worth more. They're worth 10. These are worth 3, and I'm pretty sure at the bottom they're worth only 1. I am not playing this minigame well right now. Proof positive that it's better I record after work than before. But it takes me so long to get myself in order. See, I've given her 100 gold already, and I've already earned my money back, so anything else I get here is bonus. Not exactly the best way of getting money.
You got 195 points. Yawn. Well, color me impressed.
Got some money from her, got a song sheet. Excellent. I'm gonna go up to the main part of the village because I want to get one other thing here. Fun little village, really. You talk to this guy here.
Are you really the Shovel Knight? Prove it by digging up this dirt.
And that makes him happy.
Wow, incredible, you really are Shovel Knight.
Because not just anybody can dig up some dirt. I'm waiting for this milkmaid to make her way over just a little bit here. You jump on top, you come up here, and you get the next piece. And that's another 1,000 gold for me. And I'm going to be making use of that 1,000 gold. You can actually play with the Hoop Kid a little bit, but there's something funnier you can do later on. And again, you see somebody excitedly hopping around, that means they want your attention.
Whoa, you only have 2 music sheets.
Oh, you have 2 music sheets. Magnificent 500 gold.
Let's see here. Oh, you found Pastorale.
Having my music piped into shopping centers. I suppose it does pay the bills. Now that I have this music sheet, I can perform it for you anytime. Yes, we know, dude. So having 1,941, I am now able to buy something from this room here. And another music sheet. Awesome. Let me go ahead and turn that in. Might be able to buy 2 pieces of something. If we talk to the Gotician right now, he'll only sell it to us for another 6,000, so don't have the money right now. I'm just gonna skip through this. It's nothing anybody hasn't seen before if you've played Shovel Knight, and if you haven't, get the game. It's a good game, it's worth it. Let's see, I want the fishing pole. Psst, hey blue guy, you wouldn't believe the merchandise I've got for you today. Why not have a look? Yep, I definitely want the fishing rod. And it's one of these special items you can get in the game. Trouble Acolyte. Hello, fish friend. All hail the Trouble King. Hail. The king of fruit and fish. Long may his stem grow. and he sells us chalices, which we can't afford right now. And then there's this guy, the Toadition, I guess. He tells nothing but jokes, and there is an achievement for sitting through all the jokes, but I don't have it in me right now. Maybe in a later episode. Those jokes are pretty darn bad. Play with the kid. Smack, 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 and she speeds up to catch up to it. And it won't leave the village bounds. So, yeah, hopefully this will be enjoyable for everybody. I'm going to do things in sort of an episodic format. As usual, I try to complete a boss stage every episode, but if there's stuff in between me and the end of the next boss stage, well, I try to include that stuff too. Once again, my name is Alex, also known as Solemnus Dracone, and this has been Shovel Knight. Thank you very much, and goodbye.